Hello, hello, hello.
Hey. All right. So you are looking live at this. We are live. Hey, welcome to another edition of the Sully Squad. This is a usually on Mondays we're recapping an Eagles game, but after a bye week, we got a preview of the Eagles game. Eagles with a huge game up in Green Bay tonight. It's going to be cold as balls. So hopefully the Eagles can come away with a nice road win. So we're going to get a lot of Eagles talk. Sixers with an up and down weekend. Saturday night, they looked really good. The kid Trent, was it Trendon
Wofford?
Yeah, triple-double.
Double.
He looked a little bit like a Draymond Green on the offensive end. You know what I mean? As far as facilitating the ball. So we'll get a little Sixers talk. Phillies with free agency started, but how baseball free agency is anymore. I mean, shit, a lot of these dudes don't even sign till, practically spring training. So that's probably going to take a little while. And the Flyers been playing decent hockey. So maybe we'll get a little bit of Flyers, but I think the top story, I think we all know, is the Philadelphia Eagles. Huge game tonight. I gotta tell you guys, man. I feel pretty confident about this game tonight.
Belts the asses, baby.
What do you guys think? Like, I got my usual cast here. Jeff, I'll start with you. What do you think about what's your temperature? What's your temperature on tonight's game?
Actually, what temperature is the game going to be?
28.
28. All right. I think we win by at least 10. I think the big thing that's going to hurt is Tucker Kraft not being there. That's Love's go-to guy. They didn't look good after. I think we're going to blow them away. This is a kind of a revenge game of Brazil.
Yeah. I like how the Eagles started imposing their will, running the ball against the Giants. I think that's going to carry over well. Mm-hmm. Green Bay's pretty good defensively. They're like 5th overall. So I think it's important you impose the run on a good defensive team. So I think the Eagles win, though. I think Jordan Love kind of stinks. He's the last couple of weeks, I think he's only completed like 50% of his passes or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And I think he's going to struggle even more with Tyler Kraft out because that was his like safety blanket.
Big time.
So I think Eagles should win handily,
Twice.
They should belt the ass tonight.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think, Sean? What's your temperature on this game?
Hot. We're going in hot. We're going to come in hot. We're going to run the ball. Defense is going to be alive. I want to see how this new dude, Jalen Phillips, does. The front. I think Cooper DeJean and crew in the secondary is going to feast tonight, an interception here and there. Quignon's going to lock down whatever damn wide receiver they have because they're on injured Dubs and all that. Christian Watson. It doesn't really matter, but just like the guy said, Tucker Kraft's out. So just stick and move Musgrave. That's the other tight end that they're going to have tonight. So I see a good win for us. Run the ball, like Diego said, and everything should be copacetic.
Yeah, I'm with you guys, and I hate. I mean, it makes me kind of nervous to say that because you're playing in Lambeau Field on national TV, and that's and that historically has been tough, especially when it's cold. But I mean, when I look at the matchups, like I don't know. Green Bay has so many injuries at the wide receiver position. Their offensive line, I think one of their guards is either out or dinged up. I mean, I got ESPN on right here, and they're showing Jalen Phillips. Like Jalen Phillips in his last 2 or 3 games has been extremely effective. So I'm really excited to see what.
Not just that, Jalen Carter, he had an extra week to get healthy because they said he's been dealing with some injuries.
I say Jalen Phillips is going to have a good game. He's going to have a penalty or two because he's overhyped to play this game. He is so thrilled to be on the Eagles.
No, yeah, his emotions are running high. You can see the positivity in them. You know, like they always say with any sport, you know, once you go to a team, you see the camaraderie, you see the history. And just like Jalen Phillips said, he said, I always wanted to come here was the fact that I played for Miami and just being here, just witnessing, seeing the atmosphere. I mean, he gets the juices flowing, you know, and I think he's going to do big things. And just like Mike Kaepernick said, I think BG is going to be here and there on a limited snap count. But
it'll help too, yeah. Just having him out there.
Oh, yeah, just a body. And, you know, hopefully we see Jalen just do his thing, man. You know, distribute the ball. And hopefully Tanks Bigsby and Saquon run the show, man.
Yep.
You know.
Take it to him.
Yeah.
Maurice Wright says, I never ever sleep on backups. The Packers are banged up, but sometimes the next man up gets the money. That's true. I mean,
and we do have problems too, Joey. I mean, me and you agreed with that in the past. Tight ends, man. You know what I mean? So hopefully, you know, I'm confident in our secondary, but like Mo said, you know, kind of contain Musgrave. Don't let him have that game.
We got good linebackers and safeties. I feel like we'll do a good job on Musgrave.
Yeah, I'm hoping Jahad Campbell has a good night.
Yeah,
with there's limited snap counts with everybody, but I want to see an unsung hero shine tonight. In my eyes.
What you're saying here is big in a generality by asking what the temperature was. If it's 28, now you can rotate these guys in and out and really not lose too much and keep these guys warm and fresh. And not be freezing and hurt because you know how it is to get hit when it's cold. You feel
absolutely. It's like playing on concrete. You know, you just stretch, get warm, get loose, limber. You know, and just go out there and ball, man. And
I think that's huge.
You know, we need that big leg of Jake Elliott too, man.
Yeah.
So,
we're going to borrow that little guy for a game. Jesus Christ. 68 yards.
Maurice writes,
he's active.
Yes, he is.
The only one who's not going to be there is Jair. He's not dressed. He didn't go.
Yeah, he didn't fly.
He doesn't know the scheme. I get it, you know, but you know, you want to see everybody. We'll get to see Michael Carter play tonight, hopefully. You know. But I see DeJean in my eyes having a nice night. I mean, because the kid's so talented, the way he tackles, the way he surveys the field in the secondary. I mean, it gets no better, man. And the old field,
like me too.
Yeah, I think we all did. We all played tackle. We all played on the concrete too. I mean, shit.
Yep.
Shit.
Yeah, I mean, hey, that's what we grew up with, though. A lot of people said the Vet Stadium was like playing on the concrete. You know what I mean?
Except it was hot as hell on the Vet.
Monday night, baby, right up the street.
I know. Every Monday night. Remember, we play Monday night, and then we go into my basement and watch the Monday night game.
Yep.
There were some good times. I remember the one game. I think Sean McGuire like trucked somebody. What was it, Sean? You remember? Didn't Sean McGuire truck somebody or something? And then we. I think it was Dallas. I think it was Dallas, Detroit Monday Night Football. It was Emmitt Smith versus Barry Sanders or whatever. Those were the days, man. Football was great back then.
Man,
the only thing that sucked was that Dallas was good. I like Dallas not being great. I mean, but just the football back then, and watching like Emmitt Smith play against Barry Sanders, like that was football, man. So, but getting back to modern days here, you know, I got right there like what you know. So we all like the Eagles tonight. What do you guys think the key to the football game is? Like like key to the game, and is there like an unsung hero that we're not really thinking of, like a guy that's you know, like a guy we're not really thinking of that's going to make a big play. Like, what do you think, Jeff? Like, I'll start with you.
Dotson.
You know,
I like it.
Dotson just flying down the field on a pass.
I could see that. Yeah, that makes some sense. How about you?
We run, and there goes Dotson. Oh, shit.
Dallas Goddard with another damn good stiff arm, brother.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Not an unsung hero, but just get them going, you know?
Maurice Wright says coaching. Diego, how about you, bro?
I think Mabuka comes up big tonight. Big interception at some point in the game.
Okay.
You know what? I could see that. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna go Blankenship. I think Blankenship has gotten Jordan Love multiple times.
I wanted to pick one of the safeties, so
yeah. I'm gonna go Blankenship with a big pick. And here's one. Here's our man Mike Lauro checking in. Mike Lauro says, "Yo, boys, go Birds and Carson Strong."
Yeah,
Mike,
bring them back. Bring them back.
I'll tell you what, man. We all should have fans that ride as hard as Mike Lauro did for Carson Strong, man. I never saw a guy, an undrafted, be so positive on an undrafted guy, but he did really good. And make sure you check Mike out on Tuesday nights. I was on last week. I was on with him on the Hardcore Sports Network. He does a show called Props, Locks, and Bets, and it's college and pro, and had a great time. Yeah, I can't say it fast, but you know what's funny though? We were on there. I was like 100% wrong on like all of them. Like I loved Indiana. I loved Indiana.
You goddamn mush.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I loved Indiana. Meanwhile, Penn State almost beat them. I think I loved. I think everybody. We all thought Wisconsin like totally blows, so we all were like, "Oh, Washington." Meanwhile, Wisconsin won outright. Yeah. I mean, the fucking games were just. We couldn't pick our own ass. Let's see. Michael Carter said that Carter kid playing the slot, I think, is going to play well. Yeah, but is he going to play though? Do you think they'll move Jajeen outside, or I don't know.
They said
I think they'll try him outside first, knowing what Jajeen can do inside.
Yeah, if they're up, they're going to go one or two plays and see how it goes.
Yeah, if he holds his own on the outside, then let Jajeen keep playing the position that he's best at, which is like in the slot. Coming off of guys and make big plays,
floating around.
Yeah, I agree. I would try Carter on the outside. Obviously, if Carter's getting cooked, then Jajeen. Sorry, I know you help us in other areas, but we'll figure that out. You need the other outside position.
Yeah, Maurice Wright says, "I swear, y'all, I got number 27 and 33 laid out, trying to figure out which one to rock tonight. Crazy that you guys all named DBS. I'm feeling." Oh, DBs. I'm feeling that way.
Go with Jajeen, baby. Cooper DeJean, Mel. Won't go wrong.
I was going to go modern day, but then I went with the old school White Jaworski. I figured, fuck it, I'm going old school.
Okay, I got the Andy Harmon.
There you go.
There you go.
I have the best team in the league, the Seahawks right now.
That looks like Mickey and Minnie, brother.
It is.
Get some Seahawks. Look, get that little Disney theme off there.
Yeah, hey, it's a Seahawks, man. Seahawks are number one ranked across the league.
You got Mickey and Minnie, dude.
Sam Darnold don't scare me at all. Sam Darnold.
Yeah.
It's Sam Darnold.
No, we were just talking about that before. I said, isn't it funny that the Giant quarterbacks, Darnold used to be the Giants, he sucked. And what's his face? Daniel Jones. Giants, he sucked. You go into the right system and you play easy football. Look what the hell they're doing.
Yeah, Shane Steichen, baby. I mean, like you said, the right system. Look at Jonathan Taylor, man. Dude's laying hat tricks every damn week. I mean, it's something else. But they're playing to win, and
Did you see how fast that Henderson dude is? Jesus Christ.
Yeah, Trevion Henderson, he was out.
Oh, I love when he looked at the sideline. Can I score or not?
Yeah.
Watching
Drake made the stud.
Watching him play at Ohio State, dude, he had 3 years, man. He was good. But once again, Ohio State's stacked with running backs and wide receivers.
You know what it reminds me of? Devin Hester. How fast Hester was. When he was past you, he's gone.
Yeah, Hester had a different speed though, man.
This guy looks like, I mean, the speed wise, he was just gone. Those guys behind were like, shit, we're just done. And he had enough. He was so far ahead of them, he could turn the side to the side of the field to figure out whether he's allowed to score or not.
And he's a wrecking ball too.
Yeah,
like lower that shoulder. See you later, buddy. I'm trucking you.
Yeah. What do you guys think of Dable getting fired? I mean, if I'm a Giants fan, I'm like, it's about time.
Yeah, it's about time.
Yeah, he's trash.
They've got some good players there now. Next year, depending on who they bring over, I have a feeling that what's his face is going to go over there.
Belichick?
Yes, couldn't get it out.
You know what? Belichick's lost his fastball. I'll tell you what. They can hire Belichick. I'm not afraid of that in the slightest bit.
No.
Me neither. They can have Belichick.
Belichick hasn't done shit since Tom Brady left, and Belichick's just focused on getting that young ass. He don't give a shit.
He'll have a young quarterback. He'll have what do you call it? A good running back.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, he's got some things if they want him.
Yeah, but I don't think it matters though. I think Belichick has all those Super Bowls. He's already been successful, and now he's got 20-some-year-old ass. He's focused.
Yeah, I think with Belichick, it would matter more like what coaching staff he's going to build.
Right.
Like what offensive coordinator he's going to bring.
Sure.
He's a good defensive mind. Like that would be more key. If you're going to bring Belichick, he needs a good staff.
Yeah, I agree.
But I really think they'll go with a coach in mind. You know what I mean? Because that's how it is nowadays. You know, one of these up in like Urban Meyer. I'm just throwing names. Like, you know what I mean? I don't see Saban. Even what's the name? Gruden. You never know.
I think the league's flipping. I think these teams are looking for the more innovative, younger coach coming up.
Might go there?
Like everyone wants the next Sean McVay, Kyle Shanahan, Nick Sirianni, like Kellen Moore, like with the Saints, like Steichen. That's the new wave. All these like older guys, Gruden, all that, like that. Look at the Raiders. They brought Pete Carroll back. He stinks. You know what I'm saying? It's like these older coaches are from the past. It's time to find these these new coaches with a new mind, like Chicago's coach and stuff like that.
You heard it here first. Take an eye on Mike Tomlin. I think Pittsburgh's going to finally let him go. He's just,
Yeah, but
Mike Tomlin's young, and Pittsburgh loves like dying with their coaches. So he's one guy I can see sticking around even when times get tough.
Finally, it's been rumored for years.
They're loyal to their coaches, but like
they
said, time has ran out with Tomlin. Yeah. But with that rich organization, loyal organization, who do you think they get then? Next man up for a head coach. It has to be the right guy, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You have your Cowers, your Tomlin. I mean,
see, Tomlin, I feel is like one coach that's a really good coach that's like doesn't have a great team.
Yeah. I could see the guy from Tampa Bay leaving.
Bowles?
Going to like Pittsburgh. I mean, but like you said, it's neither here nor there. It will be interesting to see. The OC, Mike Kaepernick said Washington. Yeah,
I don't know.
What is it? Kingsbury.
Yeah, I don't know about that though. I mean, maybe, but like if you told me last year, but like Washington, I mean, Washington. I mean, I know it's not all his fault because the quarterback's been hurt, but I mean, is Kingsbury really a top name this year? I mean, Washington blows. You know what I mean?
He hasn't looked great.
Yeah, so like, and plus Kingsbury, even though he was good as the OC in Washington last year, like, he's actually a retread. You know what I mean? Yeah. Because he failed in Arizona, so now, you know what I mean? Like, I mean, Mike could be right, but I don't know. I feel like Kingsbury's going to have to coach one more year. Like he's going to have to be the OC. I think another year.
He's going to have to have like a top 5. He needs like a top 5 offensive year next year or something like that to be considered again. Like Jaden Daniels got to be Jaden Daniels again. That offense got to look like what it looked like in Daniels' first year if he wants a head coaching position.
I mean, it could even be somebody we're not even thinking of. Like it could be, say, the offensive coordinator from like the Seahawks or something. You know what I mean?
I'll
Like,
give you one
like a
name.
team that's successful.
I'll give you one name. Hopefully the GM's listening. Get Chip Kelly, buddy, from the Las Vegas Raiders.
Yeah, we would love that. I know.
I can see it happening. Bring it. Do it.
That would-
There you go. I would love that, dude. I would bust the dude's balls in my work. Who's a fan so bad. Oh,
that would be awesome. And I just wanted to pull this one back up. Maurice Wright says, "You think Indianapolis makes the playoffs?" Oh, definitely. I mean,
absolutely. The way they're playing.
The question should be if they can make an AFC Championship run.
You never
with Jonathan Taylor.
Well,
the way they win, you know what I mean? With the addition of Sauce Gardner on defense, like that's he can be an AFC Championship contender.
Yeah. Well, you know what's funny? It's almost like we took a time machine and went back into like the early 2010s, because
Peyton Manning.
Because I was going to say, because it's probably going to come down to New England or Indianapolis for home field advantage. In fact, Jeff and I were talking before the show. Like I looked at New England's schedule. I think it's a really good likelihood that New England's the number 1 seed. Like New England, I mean, unless they fuck up, but like New England
injury, yeah. Absolutely.
But New England's schedule, I mean, like they play the Jets. Like I know the Jets won a couple games in a row, but New England plays the Jets this coming week.
Yeah, Jets.
Like New England has a lot of games that they're going to be favored in. And by the way, here's one too. Like Buffalo. Like I know Josh Allen is great or whatever, but just talking about the league. Like I feel like Buffalo's lost their opportunity. I mean, they had a 4-year opportunity where they had great chance to win the Super Bowl, and now you're kind of seeing now with this New England team on the rise and Drake May on the rise. Like I'm looking at these two teams and like if I'm a betting man, which I can be at times. I would put my money behind New England's future in the next 3 to 5 years more than Buffalo's.
It seems like Buffalo doesn't do enough to put enough around Josh Allen.
They don't.
Like Josh Allen has to do everything to win the game. You know what I mean?
True. I think also, too, look at defense. They have that one guy on defense. It's not the front line, the secondary. Like, it's not like us, I hate to say. You know what I mean? It's like you said, Diego, it's not a supporting cast. One guy.
When you say
Josh Allen, get him
just to kind of hockey into here, I got to throw this kind of in. From what you're saying, it's not like us. And Howie is the one who kind of does that and gets these guys in there and has guys behind that. When I was listening to the radio today, they were talking about Keith Jones and Danny Briere actually had a couple months to work with Howie and learn how he's doing, what he does with his players, how they watch them. They've been watching them. That's why they are in the position they're in as GMs, because they've been working Howie's team. They're actually like mimicking him in hockey. They say supposedly other teams are doing the same thing. That like Howie is the gold standard, as what's his face would always say, of GMs.
Joe Banner said it.
Yeah, not what's his face? Sirianni, not Sirianni.
Jeff Lurie.
Jeff Lurie is his gold standard.
Yeah,
but it was just interesting to hear that they watched him, spoke to him, and the guys that they did, because you hardly know any of the players on the team. You look at them, I mean, Coots is the only guy that's like most people say, oh, yeah, I know him, and Konechny and whatever like that. You got a couple guys that everybody else is new and already like talking a couple guys, you ain't playing. You're not ready.
Right.
But it was just interesting just to hear that they're using the same kind of model, because whatever model he uses, the way he does it, it's working. It's just interesting. And I think some of the other teams will do that. And in the case like this, that's something that Buffalo needs to do, because there is nobody around Josh Allen. The wide receivers are pretty much gone. You have two good tight ends, but what else do you really have?
Well, one just went out with an injury, Kincaid. You're right.
Kincaid. That's huge.
Like Mike Papernick said, like, and they tried during the trades, but they didn't want to offer what the other teams wanted.
Mhm.
They got Waddle. They could have got I forget who else. But I mean, you got to give to get. You ain't getting nothing for free. You
got
know,
to take a chance. Take a chance on some of these guys, but you got to be watching them for a couple seasons, not just that guy's name's on the market. And you know him from fantasy football or things like that. He sounds good. Let's get him because of his big name. Got to watch these players for a couple seasons. That's where Phillips comes in. Phillips is having a good season, and he had a bad season. Was it last year? But the year before, he had a killer season. But what was the reasoning for why?
mm-hmm.
Well, Phillips has just been injuries. That's the only. You know what I mean, like when he's healthy, he's one of the top pass rushers in the game.
Right.
I mean, I remember two years ago under Fangio, he was having a great year, and then he, MetLife Stadium, he got hurt, and and then he's coming off that injury last year. You know what I'm saying? But Mike Papper Jr. says top 5 in the AFC: KC, Colts, New England, Bills, Denver. Tell you what,
I agree.
Yeah, you know what though? You might have to put the Chargers up there though too. Chargers were pretty good last night.
They did, but I want to see 2 more games from them. You're right.
They're mediocre. The Chargers aren't bad, but they're just mediocre. I can't put my finger on it.
Yeah, Foster Cover says, hope everyone is well. Go Eagles. Love the jersey. Jaworski, Berge, Edwards, Wilbert Montgomery. Thank you.
Hope you're well too, man.
Appreciate it. And you guys had another big win yesterday. The Mike Papernut Jr. says Chargers.
I agree.
Well,
I don't believe in them.
Well, you know what's funny? I mean, I only said to put them up there just because of their record, because I was wrong. I thought Pittsburgh might beat them last night because I just don't believe in the Chargers' offensive line. Their offensive line is banged up, but obviously Pittsburgh's. And you know what? Everybody wrote off Baltimore, but I'll tell you what: when the playoffs, when push comes to shove, Baltimore's going to wind up winning that division. You watch.
I agree.
Baltimore's
back. It's obviously his team.
Yeah, Baltimore's going to win that division,
and if they win that division, that means they'll have momentum going towards the end of the year.
Yeah,
if you were to have the playoffs today, KC's not in it.
Nope.
Sorry. You
know what though? I still think when push comes to shove, KC's going to find a way to get in it. I really do.
I do. I think when push comes to shove, I still take KC over any of them teams in the AFC. One game in the playoffs. Look, I'm calling Mahomes over Daniel Jones. I'm not picking Daniel Jones over Mahomes.
Well, you know what? It depends. With KC, it depends on if the O-line's healthy enough or not. Because their O-line was banged up last week in Buffalo, and Mahomes was running for his life. Like if they could give Mahomes a little, if they could give Mahomes a little bit of time, I think I agree with you. I think because Kansas City's got a good defense too. So if you give Mahomes some time, I think I think they got that championship pedigree. I wouldn't want to play him.
I wouldn't play him.
The huge thing that the Eagles did in the Super Bowl that actually I heard Didinger say was the Eagles nonchalantly had a spy on Mahomes, and it worked.
Yeah, but because the guy that was doing it, though, you got Zach Bond spying a guy out. Correct. I mean, you could probably be pretty successful, but I'm sure the Eagles aren't the first team to try to implement that against Patrick Mahomes and get dusted.
The Colts are a team. I know Jones is the quarterback, but I think the Colts are a team that can spy him out, and they've got enough weapons. Jonathan Taylor alone is a weapon. You got your weapons. They got a good Tyler Warren looks great. So they've got good lines on both sides. They had a shitty game last week against Pittsburgh. They picked it up and picked up right where they left off. I think right now, the way they're playing, the Colts are the team out of the AFC right now.
I trust the Colts as much as I trust the Minnesota Vikings last year. They were really, really good. They were 14-3, but you got Sam Darnold. When the playoffs come, your quarterback got to be big money, you know? So if I'm going, who am I taking, Mahomes or Daniel Jones in a playoff game? Mahomes has showed me he can be big money. Daniel Jones never played in those games.
You see how Minnesota screwed up? They kept Kirk Cousins on the roster. He got all that money. You got what, the $90 million or the 90, whatever it was, and then an extra 10 for being on the roster? Dumb. He's not playing. He's not doing anything. What the hell? Dumb.
You like that?
Mike Papernick Jr. agrees with you, Jeff. He says the Colts are the most solid team in the AFC. Taylor at running back is a beast, and their offensive line is really good. The one, I'll tell you though, the one thing
Spagnuolo will take him out of the game and make Daniel Jones beat him.
Yeah. The one thing about the Colts though is I wonder how bad Buckner's hurt in the D line because their run defense. Atlanta ran the ball all over them yesterday. In fact, I thought Atlanta might actually steal that. I mean, well, shit, they almost did. It went to overtime, but like Atlanta was dominating the line of scrimmage up front. So that's the thing. If Buckner's out for a long time, they're going to have that's going to really hurt them.
Yeah, it's a big hole.
So, but anyway, we'll get. Oh, you know what? Real quick before let's do our predictions, and then let's get a little bit of Sixers and Phillies, and then we'll get the mush on. So let me see. All right, so I think we all like the Eagles, but let's do our predictions here. I'm gonna go. It's gonna be cold as shit. I think it's gonna be a little bit of a defensive game. So I'm gonna say Eagles 23. Eagles 23-14. Not like a 9-point win. Philly Eagles get a 9-point win.
I think it's like a 37-21 blowout.
Wow. Okay.
6-3. No, I'm kidding you. 3 field goals. I think the Eagles are going to win by 10 or more.
You have a score?
I can't say. I'm not going to even give. I can't give a score because you don't know how I just think they're going to beat them by at least 10. Touchdown, field goal, or 2 touchdowns.
Okay.
38-21.
Wow. Okay. So you guys have it really handled. I mean, I have us winning by 9, but I mean,
the Eagles don't play bad in the cold. The Eagles don't play really bad in the cold.
We're going to dominate them. Wayne Johnson, another year, hasn't given up a sack.
We have Rashawn McCoy signed back under the team in case it snows. We'll just let him run the whole game.
Okay, 23-16. Nice.
Yeah, 23-16. Keith Butler says Eagles by 13. So he's right in line. You know what?
That's kind of scary, though. We all think the Eagles going to spank.
Green Bay just doesn't look, when you say kind of frauds, they just don't look as good as everybody's, like all the announcers and all these other analysts are saying they are. I didn't think
they were going to be as good before the season started. Everybody was piping them up.
Jordan Love doesn't look good back there this year because he really doesn't have a ton of the weapons. I just don't see them being as good as they were last year.
Agreed.
Last year they were kind of scary.
I agree.
So if you like the Eagles by at least 9, if you go on DraftKings, I mean, I wouldn't put a lot of money on this, but if you took the Eagles at -8.5, $10 would pay you 37. The
Not
Eagles
bad.
They're +2. Yeah. So if you like the Eagles by say 10, or if you did 9 and if you'd like 10, you could do 9.5. Let's see what that would pay. Hang on. Yeah, if you did all right. So if you did the Eagles -9.5, $13 would pay you 52.
My son was in a parlay. He did a $25 parlay. He just needs the Eagles to win straight out. It's $2,500.
Let's go.
Wow, that's awesome. Who did he have? He must have had interesting teams because I thought this week was like a lot of upsets.
He had. I'm trying to think. He does like in-game parlays too. So he had some players with points or excuse me, with yards, and I think he had a golfer or something there too because he also gets into golf. So when he does his parlays, $25 is what he lays down, and he usually comes out with that. He just, some of them are just a place like in the top 3 or whatever. So he's constantly on watching what's going on because obviously as you see the game, they're saying, well, when you watch the Phillies game on the side, like it says like Schwarber's going to hit a home run or Bohm's going to get a single, and they give you the odds there. He does some of that stuff, but it's all he needs out right now. He said Eagles just have to win and $2,500.
Good. Well, hey, I mean, shit, we all want them to win anyway, but hey, get him as $2,500. I actually just for shits and giggles, I just put 13 on the Eagles minus the 9.5, so it'll pay. So I mean, we'll see if they. Yeah. I mean, $13 if it hits, it hits. You know what I mean? I just hope we win. So whatever. But I mean, if we all think we're going to win by double digits, then why not put the balls on the table? Foster Cover says Love could have had 2 or 3 picks last game with those floaters. He won't keep getting that lucky. Yeah, like I said, I like. I mean, it makes me nervous how confident I feel because, like I said, playing in Lambeau, and it's funny just for the hell of it, I was listening to Green Bay Sports Talk today at my desk because I like to get the opponent's perspective. All their fans are really confident, which kind of surprised me a little bit because I mean we beat them twice last year, but their fans are confident that they're going to beat us, but then they think they're going to lose to the Giants, which I don't understand at all. But that's because they've had they've had problems. Playing, like last week they lost to Carolina, they lost in Cleveland. So they've had problems with inferior teams,
Well, how can you trust a fan that has a chunk of cheese on his head?
What's that?
How can you trust a fan who has a chunk of cheese on his head?
Trusted a rat, you know what I mean?
Right, there you go.
Ratatouille, baby.
Yeah. You know what? I'll tell you, guy. I'll tell you about somebody you can trust. If you get hurt out there on the job, call my man Jason Fine, aka Attorney Big Al. Motor vehicle accident, slip and fall, workers' compensation, or personal injury claims. He's got 3 offices throughout Pennsylvania, New Jersey, 1 in Philadelphia, 1 in Cherry Hill, and 1 in Pittsburgh. And I mean, cold as balls in Green Bay. I think, is it possibly going to snow? Did anybody know? Is there any precipitation? I don't know if there's precipitation or if it's just cold, but I mean,
think it's just cold. I didn't say.
I think who you should ask is John Bolaris. He'll know.
Snowmageddon.
Yeah.
Well, didn't John Bolaris? I mean, even if it's not snowing, I mean, he could make it snow around some Russian hookers, right? Didn't he get in trouble with the Russian hookers?
Yes. Yes. Yeah. Right now it's 33 degrees and there's a 7% chance of any precipitation. So it ain't gonna snow.
It can be cold.
It's windy, a little windy, which is the big thing now. With a little bit of wind, Love's not that great in wind. Like you were saying when you had those flutter balls.
Yeah.
He doesn't have as tight of a spiral as Hurts does.
Yeah.
Hurts got what, 15 touchdowns and 1 pick?
Yep. Yeah.
Come on.
Yep.
MVP numbers right there.
Yeah, Foster Cover says Pack fans were confident heading into the Panthers game too. Foster Cover says 20 degrees, windy, clear, and cold in Green Bay.
Let's go. Run the ball, baby.
Bring it.
Yeah,
run.
Even though I need Saquon to have a shit game for me to win my fantasy league, but I'm never rooting against my Eagles for fantasy.
Maybe hey, you know what? Tank Bigsby looked pretty good. Maybe Tank Bigsby gets some carries.
Yeah, maybe. Especially after the injury scare Saquon had.
Yeah, forecast.
Is it cooler weather? Is it colder weather or warmer weather that's worse for a hammy? Because remember, he got a slight hammy. Him and what's her face are playing AJ, and they're coming off.
Probably hot.
Okay.
I have no idea, man. Hammies are hammies,
Yeah, I feel they happen all the time.
I mean, it depends on the severity. You got grade 1, grade 2s, and then God forbid you don't want that damn muscle coming off the bone.
Yeah.
I had a strain playing football, man. It ain't fun. It felt like somebody hit me with a shot.
I pulled my hammy. It hurts. It hurts bad.
Oh yeah, it felt like a rubber band.
Snaps.
And thank God it didn't. But boy, I went from 100% running to 50%.
Can't bend your leg. Gotta take a shit with a straight leg out. It's horrible.
That's the first thing I would think about, Diego.
Yeah, that's fucking horrible.
Yeah, that's rough. I know that's rough. Yeah. I mean, forget trying to walk or run. Taking a shit.
Can't bend your fucking leg just straight out.
Well, listen. You know what? I was, instead of getting into other things, I got the mush. The mush is in the background.
Bring them on.
And
Yeah,
when
come on, his local Starbucks. Come on.
well, I was gonna say when I think of picks and when I think of taking a shit, you know what I mean? I'm thinking of the mush here because it's canned at certain places. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. What are we powered by today? Starbucks or Dunkin' Donuts? Yeah.
Yo, mush, where you at, you homeless fuck?
I'm at the pizzeria down the street.
I'm at a nursing home tonight.
Powered by nursing home.
Are you really?
Yeah, giving all the 80 and 90-year-olds my picks.
You know what else? The bastards stealing their Wi-Fi too.
I trust a 90-year-old with dementia with better picks than you.
Yeah, John. Yeah, John. I know, John's trying to sell picks to like a grandma that's been senile for like 30 years to try to get somewhere to stay. You know what I mean?
Well, you should be happy, guys. I still from my picks from last week, I have the Eagles for tonight. So
nice.
Yeah, we're not happy about that because we've tried to tell you like 3 or 4 times we don't want you to mush the Eagles, and you took the Eagles tonight. And I saw your picks earlier, which we'll get into, but he took the Eagles next week too. So, dude, if the Eagles lose tonight and they lose next week, you're forever.
You're off the show.
Nah, it's not going to happen. I feel confident the Birds are going to win 24-20 tonight.
Nice.
Yeah, you felt confident in Barbaro too, and the goddamn horse wound up getting euthanized. You know what I mean? I mean, Jesus Christ, dude. I feel really good about this one.
While we're watching you on here, is there a nurse going to come next to you and say, "Here, it's time to take your pill"?
No.
Yeah, where you at? Friends Hospital?
What's that? Nah, Friends is that hospital's gone. Oh no, that's Byberry. Never mind.
Byberry.
I used to work at Friends Hospital back in the day. Back in the late 90s, I worked at Friends
we'll
Hospital.
keep that to ourselves.
What's that?
Keep that to yourself.
Well, no, you know what? No, I mean, no. Let's keep it real. They saw my crazy ass, and they were trying to like admit me. They're like, "Damn, dude, like, yo, you sure you don't want to stay?" I'm like, "No, I don't need to stay." They're like, "Are you sure?" You know what I mean?
We got an extra straitjacket right here.
Joe Rogan.
I know. Mike Pappernick Jr. predicts Eagles 29-17. So, hang on, got one more. Oh, Chris Rapizzi said, "How did Miami win over the Bills?" Yeah, I think
turnovers. Baltimore kept turning the ball over. Yep. Cook turned the ball over. Allen turned the ball over.
So did I, Maurice. Where Maurice Wright worked at Friends Hospital in 1998.
Damn.
So did I. Dude, where did you work, bro? I worked in the dietary. I used to run the food trucks. Well, I would have known Marie. I knew everybody. You know what I'm saying?
What year did you guys break out?
What's that? What'd you say?
What year did you break out?
Yeah.
Right. Maurice worked in the laundry room. That's funny. You know what? We probably seen each other there back in the day. Yeah, because I used to run the food trucks and work the kitchen and all. You know, back when I was going to school, and actually because my uncle had a tasty cake route in Juniata, Feltonville, and I was working with him, and then he heard us back, and I ran his business for him for a little bit too. But I used to rap to the one dude that we used to deliver tasty cakes to Friends Hospital. So the one dude, Mark, I bullshit with him all the time. And he's like, "Yo, dude," he's like, you need a part-time job? And I'm like, "Yeah, dude, fuck it." So then I worked there for like 3 years. It was pretty cool.
So Sean and Diego, did you ever work in a loony bin?
No.
No, we're okay then.
Yeah.
The food. I'll tell you what, the food was no joke, man. Because I I remember one year I had to work Thanksgiving, and but they had the turkey and all that shit. It was good.
Problem was it was stuffed into an Ensure bottle.
Mike Kaepernick Jr., Feltonville in the house I grew up. Yeah, Mike. Well, dude, back in the 90s, bro, I was your tasty cake guy. We used to serve. No, I was. We used to serve like Castor, Wyoming, Acme. Them little. We used to have a F. What was it? There was like an F Street deli right at the boulevard, right
Beautiful
there.
Neighborhoods too.
It's a little rough now, man. Like right before my uncle sold it, the chip guy, we just missed getting robbed. The chip guy got robbed like in Feltonville, like 15 minutes before we showed up.
Oof.
So, all right. And Tasty Cake Drive, I mean, we used to carry cash because all those Feltonville stops were cash. You know what I mean? So we would have got jacked. Mike Pappernick Jr. says he lived 15 minutes from Friends Hospital. Me and my friends used to cut high school in the 80s and hang out at Friends Hospital behind it. Yeah. So,
Back
all right.
in the day.
Yeah, back in the day. All right, so let's get these picks here. Let's get down to business here.
Let's get to it. All right. My first game that I got for I got the Packers are at the Giants, and they're favored by 7.5. I like the Packers to cover and win this game.
Yeah, Jackson Dart might not be playing. Russell Wilson probably is. Dart's got a concussion.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to play. So you guys agree with that pick, or you think the Giants have any shot covering that?
No.
No shot covering it.
Yeah.
I like the Packers. And real quick to Mike Pappernick. Dude, do you remember Hoagie's Plus? Hoagie's Plus had like the best fucking cheesesteaks. Mike probably knows about that.
Sometimes the teams who fire their coaches rally the weekend after, for the interim coach. I can see the Giants because with the good players they have on defense and stuff.
Unfortunately,
having a game like that,
he's got nothing left. They actually said they were thinking about putting Winston in and see what he's got. Why?
Yeah, I think the defense can just win a game for him. Like Dart's not, or especially if Love has another bad week this week, he's like struggling and turns into like a low scoring game.
Yeah.
Giants steal it for the coach, something like that.
All right, what's your next?
All right.
Joe?
Next game we got the Bengals are at Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh is favored by 5.5. I like Pittsburgh to cover and win that game.
I like the Bengals.
I kind of like the Bengals too. With Flacco back there, and I don't know, Pittsburgh. I know there's another sham team.
Yeah, I agree. I like the Bengals.
Defense plays good. Pittsburgh. But if Joey Flacco goes off like he does, Bengals.
Mm.
Yeah, I think I like Pittsburgh just because it's in Pittsburgh, and but yeah, I don't know, that's a tough that's a game.
If the game was at Cincinnati, I would lean more towards Cincinnati to cover it, but being at Pittsburgh, I think Pittsburgh.
Yeah, I'm just going off of what I saw of this Pittsburgh game, yesterday, and they just don't look good.
Yeah, that's probably a game I'm not going to touch.
Aaron Rodgers probably is just not that good, and he's trying to force it into everybody. He looks like McNabb grounding the ball into the ground. He looked horrible. He's trying to force it into DK, which was horrible because he just doesn't look good.
All right, what's your next, John?
All right, so the next game I have, Tampa is at Buffalo. Buffalo is favored by 5.5. I like Buffalo to cover and win.
I agree.
I'll take Buffalo now, but this is a do or die game for them.
I'm not. I like the Bills. I like the Bills to win, but I like the Bills to win. But I could. Well, you know what? I got to look at the weather. Actually, you know what? Strike that. I got to look at the weather. Actually, that's going to depend on the weather. To be honest with you, if it's really cold, then I probably love the Bills. But if it's not freezing cold, I think Tampa keeps it close.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. All right. And the next game I got Seattle is at the Rams, and Seattle's getting 2.5. I like Seattle to win this.
Another tough game. I like the Rams.
I like Seattle.
That I'll tell you what, that's
Seattle's going to finally pick off Stafford. Stafford, what is it? How many games Nelly has with touchdowns to no interceptions? Is it 7 games or something?
Yeah.
He's playing great. I'll tell you what, Stafford, you could actually make a case that Stafford's in the MVP running.
Yeah, he is.
He's playing great. He's playing great football. Ironically, the worst game he probably played was here against us. If he missed a bunch of throws again. If he played a little bit better, we don't come back against them.
I agree.
That was probably his worst game of the year was here in Philly. Like, because if you remember, They had a chance to really put us away, and as all they got was field goals, and that gave us life.
Because we have to really get on Stafford. Stafford's not fleet of foot, but if he can get that ball off as quick as he does, Puka and the Chew is going to take it down the field.
Touchdown pass yesterday. He went.
I think I like the Rams. I mean, Seattle's playing great football, but this is a step up in competition. I think the Rams are a better football team than them, and I think they show it.
I agree.
I take my Hawks.
What's your last?
The last game, well, Detroit here at Philly, and the line is 1.5. The Eagles are favored, and I like the Eagles to win this game. If they win these, they need to win tonight and next week, and that'll clear the path for us getting home field advantage. We need to win these 2 games.
I think they're going to lose one of these games. I think the Eagles are going to drop one of these games. I think it's next week in Detroit.
I like the game here being here. I think we're going to beat Detroit.
What was the spread?
1.5.
1.5.
That's what I don't like. I don't like that line.
I'm not going to be able to pick it until next week. I'm going to say.
Yeah, let me see
how they play tonight.
Right.
And
Detroit looked great this week.
Yeah.
It's kind of a. It's kind of a. I mean, I feel like it's kind of a Detroit line, isn't it? Because I mean, they're basically. I mean, the Eagles are home, so like Vegas is basically telling you they think Detroit's better than the Eagles. Because
it's kind of similar to tonight, right? Eagles going to Green Bay. That line's what, 1.5?
Yeah.
You feel like the Eagles are the better team, and that line's in the Eagles line. It's kind of similar to going the next week if you're Detroit.
Well, how do you guys feel if the Eagles completely dominate tonight and have a complete game against Green Bay and beat them?
I think I still feel the same.
Yeah. The one thing I feel like that we all have to kind of watch, in the NFL, like 1 week doesn't necessarily carry over to the other. Like that's a mistake a lot of gamblers make. Like, like 1 week, say, like I'll give you the perfect example. Carolina goes to Green Bay last week, beats Green Bay in Green Bay. So everybody and their mother now Carolina plays the Saints, who blow, right? Or at least they usually blow. Saints are starting a rookie quarterback that nobody knows anything about. So Carolina's favored by 5.5 yesterday. I think the public was like 75-80% on Carolina. The Saints go there and beat them outright.
Yeah.
So you know what I mean? Like 1 week doesn't really carry into the other, because if it did, Carolina would have beat the Saints. You know what I'm saying?
Any given Sunday, anything could happen. You just don't know what game plan and what's going to happen.
I just think these next 2 weeks, the Eagles are going to show they control the NFC.
I wouldn't be surprised about that either. I do think the Eagles are the best team in the NFC. And they go, all right, these 2 weeks are big. We beat Green Bay and we beat Detroit, who are probably our 2 biggest threats. We show the NFC who's the best.
We can do our division. We're going to repeat the division.
Yeah, for sure.
Finally.
The national media doesn't seem to be giving the Eagles really any respect. So
that's because they're not putting up the big numbers and all the flashy shit.
Yeah,
it's not all out there now.
So I think these 2 weeks are huge. We win these 2 games, and I think we're going to be the number 1 seed in that NFC.
Well, and in all fairness, though, I mean, the Eagles haven't played in 2 weeks. So what's you know what I mean? So it's kind of like, and then we lost the 2 games, which kind of.
Well, remember, Nick is he hasn't lost a game after the bye either.
We're 5-0 in the 4-0.
So here's my question: who on our team right now is great and flashy, and the media can pick up on it, and everybody will talk about it week to week? Nobody. No one. Last year, who was it?
It was Saquon.
Saquon. There you go. There's the difference between why it's different than last year. We would be the talk of the town of Saquon.
Another big game tonight. I think he's going to start to come around now.
That's it. But everybody's talking about Jonathan Taylor as MVP, Daniel Jones as MVP, and what's his face?
Well, obviously, yeah, the
what's
offensive,
the case from Joe blank on New England quarterback.
yeah, the
Greg
Greg
May.
May.
offensive line
Yeah.
is finally getting healthy for the Eagles, so that's a plus. Our
Yep.
defense is
It's
pretty
filling
healthy.
in.
Yeah, so I mean, I think we're going to peak at the right time now.
All right, so let's just let's break down the rest of these games before we get out of here. So we got Jets at New England Thursday night. New England's favored by 11.5.
No way.
New England.
No way.
Yeah, all right. I think there's a Madrid game. Washington is against the Dolphins. The Dolphins are favored by 2.5.
I like the Dolphins.
I do too.
I guess coming off the win.
I'm going to
Washington
go.
stinks. Mariota's horrible.
Yeah, he is.
Dolphins.
I like the Dolphins. Then you got Carolina at Atlanta. Carolina beat Atlanta's ass early in the year. Atlanta's favored by 3.5. I think I like Atlanta for revenge in this.
Yeah, I like Atlanta.
Atlanta.
Chicago Bears at Minnesota. Minnesota's favored by 3.
I like the Bears.
Yeah,
I kind of do.
Listen, McCarthy sucks.
he does.
That was a bad pick.
Yeah.
That dude stinks.
Yeah, I kind of like the Bears too, especially considering they probably should have beat them the first game, and then the Minnesota stole it in the end. All right, we got Houston at Tennessee. Houston's favored by 7.
Houston. Nico Collins is playing great ball.
I think I like Houston to win, but Tennessee actually to cover. Tennessee's playing a little bit better the last few weeks.
All right.
Chargers at the Jaguars. Jaguars had an epic choke last. Epic choke job. Chargers favored by 2.5. You know what? I'm going Jaguars. I'm going Jaguars outright with the home dog victory.
Yeah.
I agree. I like Jacksonville.
Yeah. All right. San Francisco at Arizona. 49ers are favored by 2.5.
Yeah.
I like San Fran.
Yeah.
And Frank is Purdy's coming back, but that's not yet.
I like
Coming off a loss, I like San Fran.
San Fran.
But Baltimore at Cleveland. Baltimore's favored by 8.5. You know what? I think Baltimore's going to start rolling. I like Baltimore.
Yeah, Baltimore wins big.
Baltimore.
KC at Denver. Kansas City's favored by 4. I actually love the Chiefs.
Me too. I love
I'm
the
going to
Chiefs.
go with Denver.
Denver.
Okay. All right. And then we already did the Eagles. Well, actually, we didn't do the Eagles game. So what? I got to watch tonight. I mean, honestly, I got to watch tonight's game.
Yeah, I agree.
Get back to me on that.
Dallas at the Raiders. Dallas is favored by 3.5. I think I like Dallas.
Yeah.
I like the Raiders. Dallas loses to shitty teams.
Yeah, that's true. They might, you know what though? They might have an emotional game with that dude that, rest in peace to that guy that, that offed himself. I mean, that's a shame. But Dallas may and Dallas just added Quinton Williams.
Quinton Williams, yeah, that's true. I guess
Dallas.
I'll think about that one.
What the hell's Mush doing in the dark now?
I know.
I'm driving. Sorry.
Oh. Wait. All right. Well, listen. So,
Man of many talents, man.
I'm driving. Sorry. Not like, all right, guys. All right, I'm gonna get out of here. I'm driving here. Sorry.
I got bored in the face.
I'm listening to everything.
All right. Well, listen. All right. Well, listen. Next week, you know what? I mean, I want to get ready for this game. Let's next week we'll get more. Next week we'll do some Sixers talk. I mean, Maxie's light. By the way, the black jerseys are friggin' awesome.
The core.
The problem with the black uniforms is they're not. They made the shorts like too short.
Okay. On that note, guys,
Are you like?
go.
Keep looking down there, Leave. You know what I mean?
No, they
He's
didn't make.
talking about taking dumps with one leg, and he's saying
They didn't make the uniform
Sixers are
correct.
wearing short shorts.
Listen, the jerseys are fire. The court looks fire too, with the Sixers logo in the middle.
And
Guys,
Ty
they didn't
and,
hem the shorts the way I wanted them to.
and
Yeah, I think it
Tyrese
looks fine.
and when Tyrese Maxey's playing just like
Yeah.
AI.
Yeah, better.
Yes.
They were showing numbers the other day. Iverson shot 32% for 3-point. Maxey's shooting 42%.
Yeah.
It shows you how much the game has changed. Like back then, 32%, you were a pretty good 3-point shooter. Now, if you're not like 38 and above, you're a pretty bad 3-point shooter.
I know.
One last thing. When are the Sixers going to get rid of that female broadcaster? She's horrible.
They're never going to, unfortunately.
Listen, I don't even hear when I'm watching the games. I don't even hear them.
You got to think of Charlie Brown, Lee. Wah. That's what you do, buddy.
Yeah, she's horrible.
I'm going to call the police and say I think I found a pedophile in the last picture here. Look at the face of everyone. Someone come in. Come here, little boy. Got some candy for you.
So,
Smile.
all right. Well, listen. Let's
Yeah.
All right. Let's get ready to wrap up here.
man.
Go Birds.
Go Birds, guys. Go Birds.
Let's get this.
Go Birds!
Hopefully next week we got 2 dubs. Sixers hopefully get us some wins this week. Flyers get us some wins. And Phillies, I think we're going to be waiting for a while. So we'll see you.
I don't believe any of the bullshit that's coming out all over the Facebook and Instagram and you name it about what's happening with Schwarber and JT and all that. There's so much going on. I'm not watching any of it because it's all bullshit.
Agreed.
All right, guys. Well, look. So see you
Have a
all
good
next
one.
week.
Enjoy your win.
Go Birds!